disconnected.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. As you know, I've done the tail light and fender eliminator from TST Industries. So today I'm going to be doing the turn signals and the flasher relay from TST Industries. And these are you can get different ones. I got one that's a arrow shape, and I opted to get this one. I kind of like the list of the 6 LEDs in a straight line. It's just nice, compact, and this is the smoke lens. You can also get in clear, and then of course you can get the, like I said, the arrows. And then I also have these adapters. You can opt to just cut the wires and splice them if you'd like, but I got the adapters where you just plug this into where the OEM big old fat turn signals are on your bike, and makes it real neat and simple. So we'll go ahead and take them factory ones off. We got to remove the headlight first and get this installed. Then we'll do the flasher relay, which is down here on the side behind the brake reservoir. Alright, so the first part is we need to remove this headlight so we can get to the wires for these turn signals and remove them and unwire them so we can put the new ones on. So what you're going to need to start with is just a ratchet and a short extension works good, and a 5mm Allen. You can use an Allen wrench, or you can use one of these for a ratchet. And there's actually 4 bolts. There's 2 on this side and 2 on this side that you remove, and it just comes right off. I'm going to raise this bike up, make it easier to get to it. And once you get the 4 bolts out on this, on this side it actually sits on a peg, so you pull this out like so, and then just, if you push it that way, it'll come right off that peg like that. To unplug the headlight, push in, there's a tab on each side, locking tab, squeeze in on that plug, and you push the tabs in, and then it should just pull right off. And just take this assembly and move it out of the way. You can see the headlight plug right here. So what we need to do is we need to get to this plug here. So if we remove this here factory tie, and we want to hang on to it because we're going to be putting this back on. And then our wires are plugged in right inside here. You can take this little tab and use a little flathead screwdriver, or just use a little pick like I'm using. It makes it easier to raise that tab up to unplug these. And then they come right unplugged, just like so. Now we got to remove this nut right here, and to do that we're going to need a 14mm wrench to loosen the nut. And we should be able to pull this plug right on through here. Hang on to the nut. I'm going to go ahead and replace the nut back on this so I can hang on to the OEM signal. Now while we're on this side, we'll go ahead and put the one on for this side. Okay, when we're putting these on right here, these are side specific, and the one way to tell is you can look at this and it says, where it says TST Industries, you want the letters upright. Or you can actually look at it, it's flat on one side, which is the bottom, and on the top it's like half mooned here, it's rounded, so that will go on top. First we run it through the first part here and put our washer back on. Spin our nut on here, then we want to position this to where it's pretty much level. And we'll take our wrench and tighten it up. Now you don't want to tighten these too tight, you don't actually have to, because this rubber, when it'll just smash down just a little bit, and then it will hold it from turning. Now I'll push this sheathing all the way back to the light like so. Okay, now I'll take our adapter plug here, plug it on. Of course it's color coded here. You got a yellow one for the yellow and a black for the black. Alright, then I'm going to take some electrical tape on here tape these up just in case they decide to come unplugged. Shouldn't, but if they do, they might come unplugged and cause something to short out and blow a fuse. Now we know this side here was our blue connector, so we'll want to plug this one into the blue. Now we'll remove this side over here. Plug the wires in here. And then we'll plug these into the orange on the left side. Now we'll go ahead and turn our key on. Try them out, make sure they work. Just like that. Now I still got the hyper flash because we have not installed the flasher yet. Now it is just stick on the headlight assembly in the same order that we took it off, and then we'll go ahead and do the flasher relay. Okay, the first thing we want to do is remove the reservoir for the rear brakes, which is a 10mm socket. I'll remove this, pull this out of this clip just a little bit, and it'll stay over here all the way. The next thing we're going to do is remove this clip and pull this hose here off so we can get to the relay a little better. Okay, we'll remove this by taking a pair of needle nose and then just slide it back, get it out of the way. It's made where you can do it with your hand. You just can't hardly get your hand in there to do it. And just pull this hose off. These hoses come off easier if you give them a little twist first till they break loose, and then slide the hose off like so. Move it up here out of the way. Alright, as you can see, the relay that we're wanting to get to is right back here, so we need to slide this up. It's on a rubber grommet at this angle, and it will pop up off there. Pull it up here. Actually, I pushed the plug, didn't mean to, but I pushed the plug when I done it and pulled it up off there anyway. Alright, this one plugs in the same way. It's got the red here where you can probably see it a little better, but this has got to go into the rubber grommet. Go ahead and take the rubber grommet out because it stayed on the frame. Usually it comes off with the flasher, but this time it didn't. So, and then all we do is slide our flasher into this. Alright, I got this holding this tab up enough where I can get this on here a little easier. Like so. And I can pull that out. Pull it up on there. Now I just need to plug the wires in and slide that back on the tab back here. Honda did not give you no extra wire to work with here, so just be patient. Pull the rubber boot back up over our plug. And then reach back in here and try to put this rubber locking tab back on there like that. On the frame now we got that back in place. We can go ahead and put our hose back on. Slide our clip back up on our hose. Then we'll put our rear reservoir back on. Alright, that's all there is to the install of the TST turn signals and the relay flasher. So pretty simple install, works great. Let me show you when I turn them on here. Turn the key on. See that side there? And with the flasher back there, the relay makes it where it ain't got that hyper flash, so it's pretty much normal flash. And also that thing can be taken apart, and there's an adjustment in there, and you can adjust this speed, but I don't know why you would. That's a pretty good speed right there. Looks great. These things are super bright and nice and compact. They look good, so that's all there is to it. Very simple install. Thank you for watching Woodzman Adventures. Please click the thumbs up on this video. Lots more CRF250L, Jeep Wrangler, outdoor living videos coming up with Woodzman Adventures. And please subscribe. Catch you on the next video. Right on.